All right, good morning, guys. Yeah, crazy drop already. Let me just fix something up. Okay. Morning. Are you looking at? Oh no, sorry. It's like this normally. Then I just bring up one, maximize one. But if I have I've always got four here. All right. So I just need to clean this up, man. This is looking messy as. Do some fresh analysis, fresh day, fresh ideas. Hitting 32.53. Alrighty. So I'll tidy this up more. I am in a trade right now. I'll show you what it is. It is down here at the bottom of this order block. So if we go to the 4 hour, you can see just heavy bearish volume on this is the start open of the day. So the first few hours of the Asian session, we pushed up to 1860, and then we've just had some heavy drop, and then you can see like the volume starting to build, and then 7 o'clock official Euro open. This is when we had that big drop. And then we pushed down into this little area again. And so at this point, when I was looking at it, I wasn't looking at this 30-minute candle closing, but what I was looking at the lower time frame, the structure. Okay, so let's bring my pen over here. And you can see like we've got a lower low, and then we're starting to get like some mitigation happening, starting to sweep these lows, really testing this area. And then once we had like this low, and this tested this bit, but we had like, this is the last little high that actually didn't quite make a close lower, or maybe it did. No, I don't think it quite closed lower. But what it did was we had this shift in structure. Okay, so we had like this little internal range. We broke the high, and then as price came back down, this is a combination that you need to keep your eye peeled for. So when you have like a little doji, then you have like a little liquidity candle, and then I entered on, once price was underneath this low, I entered here, took profit here, like closed some of my position, and now just leaving to see if this is just a pullback before we can keep them pushing up. Otherwise, this will just take out my runner once it gets back down to here.
Nice. Same entry.
Oh, beautiful. I thought you guys would have seen that. So like when I looked at that, I watched that candle and that candle form.
Also, if you look at go to the 15-minute, and you will get an even better idea why that even works.
The 50
Just
week.
yeah, and also mark the 50% of this one. You can see the exactly came to that area.
Yeah. Yeah. When I saw it, I was.
And 1 minute from the FU afterward.
This one here.
This one,
yeah.
And it just inducing people to look for sell this candle to push to the downside, but it again came back to 50% of the FU.
Pretty nice, huh? Really nice. I even like once it wicked underneath, put the order in, then went and made a coffee, came back, and then closed profit. Literally, just I was like, yep.
Yeah, first I took a first entry here. Price pushed to the upside. Did not book anything because I thought this is a 4-hour area, also 4-hour FU area when the price got to this one.
4 hour from the bottom of that order block on the daily from ways back.
No, just 4-hour FU on the left side. If you go to the 4-hour and just go to the left side.
Oh yeah, so that's what I was talking about from that area, from in here.
Yeah. So there was a 4-hour FU area. So
this one?
I think this one.
Yeah.
And there is a liquidity also above there. So I thought we may. No. I think it's yeah, correct. This one, yeah. So I marked the 50%, and then it just first step, and then got rejected because I want to see one FU candle formation after testing into that area. Yeah, you can see here. Yeah. Retested, and obviously not going to enter right away when price is tapping. I want confirmation. So confirmation can be either one FU candle formation in our direction. So 15-minute was a good one. Yeah.
Probably going to keep on falling, but it was worth a shot. My actual final target was 43, around this area.
Yeah, this one is also good area for the closing because this one is also again outdoor block. So price may start pushing into that area, and from that area we can drop.
I'll mark that up, and I'll also look at where that is on the session. Hey Ivan, how are you? So red books. Holy man, I've got so much range up the top above.
Yeah. Man, what happened in the Asian session? Why this
much
Island?
You got the same entry. What are you saying? Sorry.
No, what happened in the Asian session? How much we push, man? 1860 to all the way to 1830.
Yeah. So already 300 pips today. So we haven't really seen many bigger days than 500, 600 pips. So we made a good start, especially for NY to correct this whole move.
Yeah, possibly. If the London is just lingering here like this, then possibly NY is just going to take out the London low and then start pushing to the upside.
Yeah, very possible. I'll go to the other ones as well in a minute. Just have a look. I think we had German 40 was a pretty decent move as well. So this level 1852.58. It's Monday, far out. Where's my head? I was a little bit slow catching the drop. I woke up and I really early through the night saw it here, then woke up again and I saw it down around this bit, and I thought I just want to see a little pullback and then I want to see a drop, but it didn't give any pullback, just dropped. But I really liked how it was hanging around this monthly level, and then it pushed down and I was like, oh, that's pretty there's a lot of pips already happened today. Ivan, you missed the... Oh yeah, Shaz, it is. Good of you.
6. See, at 1849, jumped onto it.
Yeah, I saw you guys. I saw a bit of chatter going on.
Yeah, rode all the way down to the bottom.
Oh, you read it all the way? Awesome.
Yeah.
Shaz was asking if this was the Witcher song from one, like when you're outside one of the cities.
Yeah.
Alright, I think this is the last drop before we push to the upside. This is a last pullback.
I hope.
Yeah.
My terminal's frozen on my broker again. It says I'm stuck at 1 pip in profit. Clearly not. What's these brokers, man? They've been having some issues lately.
Yeah. Are you still with Pepperstone?
Yeah, I went to Pepperstone. Always been to Pepperstone.
Mm-hmm.
Then I tried someone else, and they were awful. So I went back to Pepperstone. I mean, I kept my account with Pepperstone. It's just I transferred money to this other broker to try out. They were freaking terrible. Like, literally took like 20 seconds to execute a trade once.
Mm.
I won't say on air, but
Why you don't choose another broker, bro? Dominion is working fine. I know that it's not regulated, but at least we know from who it is and how it's him.
yeah, I really like the latency that he gets there. It's just thing that I hesitated on.
Yeah.
With Dominion was I didn't like having to do crypto deposits withdrawals and the fees associated with it. I know it could be quite quick. There was a lot of other ones that were all like how slow some of the withdrawals were that put a lot of people off those. Like I trust Raja, but I really didn't like that you got to pay to deposit, pay to withdraw all the time.
But there was options of paying by Visa card and all that, wasn't there?
But I'm not for Australia or
Oh, right, okay.
English.
Because I remember opening an account with him and they didn't respond when I was sending emails back and forth, and then I set up with ICT.
Dominion markets. Like the latency looks really, really, really good. But I think it was... What am I looking for? I want the fees and stuff. See, that's amazing. The other one, sometimes on average, I never got less than 1,200. Well, maybe I know there's the bridge and there's my ping going to the broker and back, but that wasn't very much. Like I've got a very quick connection and my ping was 9 milliseconds on the terminal, but it was still like there was about 1,000 milliseconds of execution speed. So it was almost impossible to trade during New York session. Like I felt really uneasy. Took like one of the first trades, I thought like I closed in profit. It should have been like around $100 and something, but it ended up being $40, and I was like, whoa, that's I thought it got slipped, but then it hadn't. Then I closed the rest, and then actually ended up the whole trade negative $20. So I was like, this was a good trade, and it was just because there's such a delay. But it was during, like, I admit it was during news a few weeks ago. Not a major news event, but it was around that news time. So the gold was moving pretty rapidly. So, it doesn't take long for gold to retrace 15 pips. Platform incentives, more info maybe? No, it's not incentives. Maybe it's in count types. So, starting deposit. Because you can only register, you need to choose that you're a country, can't you? Don't you?
Yeah.
So, as a country, I need to choose crypto because it wasn't for Australia or UK. I've got a Canadian bank account as well. Yeah, you go. Excludes residents, US, Canada, United Kingdom. Or maybe I could have used Australia, but I was using United Kingdom.
Right.
Anyway, but then it was maybe it didn't cost anything to deposit, or
I remember reading that, Hayden, and then when I sent them an email, although there was a delay, they did say I could pay by Visa.
Right. Oh yeah, but I don't want to pay by Visa though, because that's considered you get a charge on your card as a.
Okay. The chart go to the chart already. That level of 36 is breaking, so we can go to 38 to the 40.
Yeah. I've done a transfer to an account before on MasterCard, and because I was trying to, for some reason, I was trying to get it just said like instant deposit, and I was like, oh, that seems alright, and I knew, like, I didn't know at the time. This is like when I first started, like 6 years ago, and then it said I can do a deposit by bank, or I can do by MasterCard. And I was like, well, why don't I do by MasterCard? Because I was on a really good credit card point system then. So I made a deposit by credit card, but the bank, it's not a purchase by MasterCard standards. What it is a withdrawal. So what you do is you get withdrawal fees on any MasterCard purchase. I shouldn't say purchase because it's not purchase, but you know what I'm trying to say. So basically what it was is like, as soon as I withdrew money from a credit card, then you start getting charged interest on that money. And then credit card interest rates were like 17, 18% when I did it. So I actually got, I thought I did like a 5K deposit, but then I got charged, quite a few dollars just straight away as interest. So then I think any good broker shouldn't charge you to withdraw money. A cash advance, that's what it is, Alan. Yeah, it's a cash advance. Just like if you can use a debit card to withdraw from your bank account, or if you actually withdraw on your credit card, it's a cash advance, and then you immediate get charged fees on those ones. So be very careful doing credit card deposits to brokers.
Usually what I use with Dominion is crypto.
So it's
working fine.
Is it free to deposit?
Yes, just the conversion is what they charge something. I think, I don't remember clearly.
There's a conversion fee then. All right.
Yeah, if you, for example, use USDT or whatever, then to convert to USD, they use a small fee or, a small rate conversion. But at least it's working fine for me. And also when you withdraw, of course, they have some commissions with that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I see Blueberry as well is good.
Yeah.
Like Pepperstone's fine most of the time. I've never really had an issue until like the last few months where I've noticed that it's starting to freeze a little bit. And the spread's getting wider, man. Like it's 2.2 right now on Pepperstone. And I remember that it never used to be more than 2. It used to always be between 1 to 1.5. IC markets was always better spreads, but Pepperstone had a benefit that wasn't paying commission for commodities. Then now now that the spreads are getting a little bit wider, I think I'd rather pay commission and have even less spreads like on IC markets. But then I'm hearing so many reports about IC markets having the exact same problems with the broker. Sorry, with freezing. Hey, actually, did you want to talk about what Shaz was asking?
Yeah. Can you go to the 1 minute? So always, let's say if the price wanted to push to the upside, so it's not going to do anything. So what do you mean by that? So let's say this area, price pushed to the upside. We left a lot of imbalances. So price just again came back to taken out all the imbalances. Then we created a FU candle here. Price pushed to the upside, we broke the structure somewhat. We broke the structure, so price again came back to retest that this area again. We only have this fair value gap remaining on that area, and we also after that we created 2 dojis here. So 2 dojis has to be taken out. So price, that's why price pushed to the downside, and then afterward we did not left anything. You mean say when if you want to go to the traveling to the another city or another country, then you are not going to left anything. You just not going to left any baggages behind before
might
moving
forget
to
your
the
kids. You need to turn around and get it.
Yeah, that's the way. So that's why after taking everything, we may again come back to taken out this fair value gap remaining here, then again start pushing. But slowly we are creating higher low like this. Obviously those highs is not like we are pushing that much hard, but obviously we are getting somewhere. From this to this, I almost got like a 40 pips. So that's still good for the London session. 40 pips is more than enough.
Yeah, if you're targeting 60 pips, 50, 60 pips with 10 pip stop, if you only need to get a few of those per month, then you pass any challenge, any funding challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guys, I will share with you my FX book from Raya. Mm-hmm. You can take a look. He took every day between 1 to 3 trades, sometimes more, but not that often. And if you check the history, he focused only in 20, 30 pips. At least with 2, 3 trades and compounding, you make a lot of good results, Just go and look the months and also the average of how long he held a trade.
This is the county gave away, isn't it?
Yeah. And this is what is motivating to me to focus only 20, 30 pips, a small move and catch with high probability setups.
Yeah. Look at his winning rate early in the morning.
Yeah.
Only main real losses he took was the entries he took at 11 and 12. Like pre-London, pre-New York. All the rest he was like almost bang on. Like New York, London actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
Like I hate having to get up that early.
Yeah, the lot of manipulation happen during the NY session.
Yeah.
So if you go to the monthly, you can see that it goes below, click 2022.
Oh.
There you have the monthly.
Yeah.
And let's see where I saw yesterday. Just a second.
What you do, Ivan, is you download an EA and you have it on one of your charts. You sign up, create an account with them, and then you download one of their EAs and you can link it to your chart.
Yeah, or just search it on the YouTube. It will be explained.
It's pretty easy.
Just a second, go to the 22 again and click the October, for example.
Needs to be MT4, MT5.
Yeah, just click. Yeah. Go to the inside the circle, go to there you have how many trades he took from gold on this month, with 28 trades. at least 20 to 30 pips, he made 91%. Also GVP. Let's say that we take half of us, at least of me. I trade always with gold. 50 trade with 20, 30 bits. It's more than enough, you know.
Yeah.
Also for psychology, for me at least, it's hard to hold a trade over 30, 40 pips and keep break even, you know.
Yeah. Expert advisor. Yeah. That's what EA is. Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at how many pips you need, and as humans, like holding for like I know these are just 15 pips, aren't they? 15 pips and 38 pips. It's just because of the way that they hold gold. He's not actually making 380 pips. Yeah, it's only 38 pips. Like as humans, we feel losses more like the pain of a loss is stronger than the feeling of a win. And it's because like when we lose, we immediately, doesn't matter what happens, if we lose, we feel like we've done a bad job. We can be competitive. We hate losing. We lost money. All these things. When we make a trade, we feel like, well, I was expected to make a trade. I was meant to have. I've just done my job. So it doesn't feel like you've done something really good. If you're holding a trade to like from here up to say you're taking a trade like this, and this is what you had anticipated, we're so hard on ourselves that if this trade, say we closed profit here and it kept on going up, we're disappointed about missing this. If we had our target here and it came back down and we closed our trade here, we're disappointed that we didn't take the high. You know, we always find some reason to be disappointed with our trade, even in a win, unless we got here and then closed there, and then say price came all the way back down again. Would be stoked that we took it from there and then we got out there, and we feel like we're just like, you know, that was the perfect executed trade, and we might then feel that trade, that win, as strongly as we feel a loss. But most of the time, we're humans, and we're going to critique and say, well, I could have done better there, could have done better there. And that leads to that emotional baggage that we take into the next trade. So it's a real psychological battle holding trades. Yes. But if you can just say, look, I'm going to execute a trade and I'm going to go for 20, 30 pips. And what happens after that trade, it's irrelevant. You literally just switch off from it. I mean, you can always try and prove yourself and get better and look for an edge to try and maximize. But typically we don't do that. You know, we dwell on what we could have done better and and we take it as a failure when we could have done better.
Yeah, the behavior of human is always like that, but with everything, not just with trading.
Yeah,
if you want a house, if you want to have your own house, you buy a flat, and after, let's say, a time, you will like to buy a grand house, let's say like this, a big house or normal house, not a flat.
Yeah.
And then when you
like so instead just let's say you every day you want less 20 pips. After get 20 pips, you can just say whatever get after that, just a bonus for me. You don't have to worry about that whatever happen afterward. Like let's say if you are on any trade, price push to the like a 30 pips, you can just put a stop loss at 10 pips and let it run, because at least you can say that the meta today's target was a 10 pips. Whatever above I get, that's a bonus for me. You don't have to just say, oh man, it after I close it more like 100 pips, 200 pips. But that wasn't your in the planning. The plan the whenever you are entering in the trade, your plan should be like already you have some exit plan when you enter on that trade, like a price move to the 10 just a 10 pips, or let's say I took an entry here, price reach here, this is my target for the let's say 50%, and whatever happen after that I don't have to worry about that, because the plan was price reaching to here. taking 50%. And even if price coming back to the downside, it's just a trade is not in your favor. But if price is going in your direction, then you are going to say, this is my plan. And now if the price is pushing to the downside, then you are going to say, market just want my stop loss to again push to the upside.
Yeah.
Kerwin said it great yesterday, is that you have your trade, you have your bias, and then sometimes that bias is going to pay, and other times it's important just to manage that loss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, always.
Yeah,
just managing the losses. We can only do one thing: managing the losses. If your strategy is good, obviously you are going to make money. You just have to manage the losses. It's like the same like a business. You just have to manage the losses in any business.
Yeah, like yesterday, I found yesterday quite difficult. It shouldn't have been difficult, but I took those. I didn't do very well on the stream yesterday. During NY session, during CPI, I was able to like recoup it all, but it could have been a day that was way better. And then when I was looking at it, I was just like, oh man, I was just kind of like got some good trades in, but I realized like afterwards, it's like, well, you know, main thing was just I was protecting the account. There was a lot of trades that could have taken, but I was really stuck on the wrong bias. I really got married to that wrong bias. I was reading into the fundamentals and had my idea, and I'm like, sometimes you're ahead of the fundamentals, right? So like sometimes I can have these great ideas and the market's just not doing it, and then you can just be like 1 or 2 days early.
And it's happening.
Yeah, like so often it's like when I look at what the market should be doing based on the numbers, it should do it. But then the market does a complete opposite thing, and then the analysis comes true like a day or two later. Yeah. And it's because the market's irrational. The markets stay far more irrational longer than a trade. Like so many times I've been in a trade and I've been holding it 1 or 2 days, and I'm like, man, this is meant to be like a scalp / day trade, not meant to be a swing trade. And then by the end of it, I'm like, no, I've given it long enough. And then as soon as I close it, the next day, wake up in the morning, Asian sessions just dropped. And I shake my head. I'm just thinking, I could have held, because I knew the idea was fine. The loss was, there was going to be barely any loss. Like from the risk reward percentage, I'm happy to take a few of those losses. But then just, it takes so long. And then I'm like, well, I'll just, fine, you know, I'll catch it when it starts moving in one of my trading sessions, because I don't particularly like to trade or have trades open overnight. Mainly not because I'm worried about the volatility at rollover. It's not usually that reason. It's mainly that I know I've got a trade open, and unless I leave my phone in another room, it disturbs my sleep because I'm waking up wondering, oh, what's going on? What's going on? And for those reasons, I know it affects my sleep having trades open because it's in the back of my mind. I'm always like, you know, you remember when a kid trying to sleep before Christmas, and you're waking up every few hours. I'm like that when there's a trade going. I'm wondering what's happening.
Yeah.
Lately as well, you can't predict. Like when Asian session was dead, it was easy. Just nothing happens. But Asian session for the last like 4 months now has been like crazy.
Tricky. Yeah.
Better than London most of the time.
Also GJ have been like October, somewhere around there, like crazy. October, November, after that time was crazy to read the chart. Was quite difficult. So that's why I stopped it to.
Yeah, I mean, look at
checking it.
Look at this. This is back to Feb. This is all of Feb so far, and you look at Asian session and London standalone open. Every single day, the Asian session has been better than the London. Every single. Oh, okay. Maybe not this one. This thing. This is the outlier.
Yeah.
This day, London session actually moved more than the blue bit. All the others, the Asian session, maybe yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Should trade.
Yesterday was crazy, you know. I didn't took any trade, just was checking by the phone, and later at the evening in a PC, just doing try to understand the whole move from the morning and the New Year session, and was completely crazy that whole move there.
Yeah. Where were you actually yesterday?
I was in the. Yeah.
You're with your grandfather, Danny.
Yeah, I was. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I was celebrating my mother's birthday yesterday.
Oh, I see. You tidy this up as well.
Hey, Haydos. Sorry I'm late.
Hey, Danny. There's two Dannys.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's I know. So Akshay's mother's birthday. It was Marion's birthday yesterday as well. So you guys are sharing the same birthday, and then one of my other mates here in the UK was his birthday yesterday.
Valentine's Day.
What a day to have a birthday!
Yeah.
We'll just go get a bite to eat. Nah, sorry, sold it. We're booked. We're fully booked.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm looking at this one on German 40. This FU candle. This one.
Okay.
Why? Because after that FU candle, we broke the structure.
Yeah.
So probably price is coming back to that area to again start pushing to the downside.
Been tested once.
Also, this is a doji one, so price has to take on at that doji high.
Yeah.
So price after taking that doji high, price can again start pushing to the downside.
Let's have a little look. And this is why have I got this area? Was it based on the 4 hour? Oh, it's the top of the range. This area. So we've got 4 hour imbalance a little bit higher. I pinched it from there. I wasn't meant to pinch it from there.
Yeah, use control for the exact pinpoint.
Yeah, that's what I do. Sometimes though, if you hold control on the circle, it doesn't. You got to hold shift to keep a flat line, but control on the line.
Yeah.
Let's get some eyes up there.
That one also the auto block, you can see this one, auto block. So lot of confluences for the taking short from that area. It just surprise us to reach that area. The price can even already got reaction from this auto block.
I've got a good one for hanging flowers now. So this is a hanging flower?
Yeah, hanging flower.
Yeah, completely.
This one also hanging flower.
Yeah, this two top right.
That's why when I took a buy from this area, I booked some profit on this one, this side.
Yeah.
Nice. Now we have to find something about this upside one.
Yeah. We need to find.
It's quite original, you know, because
sunflower.
You say that usually the
upside
traders
one
want
is.
to.
Oh, sunflower. Very good.
Sunflower.
Usually the traders use like a skyrocket or a magnet or a ham or something like that, and we use flowers like. That's good. You know, we take care of gardening.
I think on German 40, we missed the buys when we broke the Asian low and got rejected.
Yeah, I realized I definitely missed the buys. They look nice. Okay, Should just keep on pushing up.
Looks like I have a paper order there.
You got a what, sorry?
I have a now just doing
a scale in.
Yeah. Paper order.
Oh, paper trade. Yeah.
Yeah, paper trade. Yes. Because I am not sure how the move is gonna be. We can have also a drop again to retest the view of 5 minutes, at least to the 33.
Good morning, boys.
Hey man, how are you?
All right. What happened in the last 3 hours?
Down here.
What? God damn.
For gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, just dropped through that.
I'm just looking at my chart. It touched like a weekly support.
Yeah, it had like it was a daily order block. And it was just like, it was just cracking the top of it like an egg, and eventually it just broke through. Okay.
Yes! Come on, baby!
Chris is excited.
You think it's bouncing back up off the order?
What? So am I.
Are you talking to us, Chris?
Sorry, yes, I am.
Oh.
Sorry.
This is annoying part about this.
So it was the daily order block, just cracking and cracking and cracking, and then finally just popped in all the way to the bottom. Very, very quick move with Frankfurt open.
Yeah, that's the thing. Whenever price is rejecting from the high time frame order block, this was a weekly order block.
Yes.
So price got rejected. So even we have a lot of okay, sorry, 1 second.
Oh, I was gonna
yeah. Okay. So here, this was a weekly order block. Price got rejected.
Yeah.
So even we have a lot of lower time frame order block in this area. So let's say on the daily, we have an order block here. Price tapping into that area, it can give you some kind of reaction, but it will not be like pushing all the way to the upside. That's the thing. Even whenever you are considering, let's say on the hourly order block, let's say this is hourly order block, and we have a 15-minute or the 5-minute order block at the bottom. So after tapping into that area, either price can just push all the way to the downside, or it can give you some kind of reaction and then again start pushing to the downside. So that's why it is important to see where we are coming from. Are we coming from the higher time frame order block? Then it's just like this is a tank and you are holding a knife here and try to go against that tank. So that's not going to work.
I always like to do my analysis from wide, then zoom in to see where where we're going.
Yeah, good idea. So then we're tackling to this little area.
Yeah. Yeah, this
because I got when I was doing my analysis, I got 1833.23 marked off as a little like a weekly little small little support.
What number was that?
1833.23.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much exactly where I've got mine. 1832.39. Oh, pretty close. Alrighty, pushing away.
Yeah, nice push. Also got another entry here, keeping stop loss here. Let's see now.
Yeah, I took like a paper trade there. Still be sure at all.
Yeah, I saw that the attempted FU doji candle form and doji low was taken out. So same kind of entry like here.
Yeah, exactly. Look, so the same. And the whole of this level was looking nice to the wait. Yeah, because was respecting this the middle of this FU this doji country.
Now this is not going to hold that much because we already retested 1, 2, 3, 1. So 4 times we already tested that area. So now it can it can again give you some kind of reaction, but immediately afterward we will start pushing to the upside.
So what's the difference then with this area having been retested and the German 40?
Or even the bottom of that same session we were just at.
Here being retested.
Okay, here we also have a doji candle. So doji candle high has to be taken out before pushing to the downside.
So why?
I'm not looking at this auto block. I'm looking at the FU candle here. So FU candle the body, and this doji has to be taken out before pushing to the downside.
Yeah.
That's but if price does not want to hold that area, it can simply just start pushing to the upside. So we are just waiting to see how price is going to react. If we get some nice candle formation on that area, we can simply take sell and we can hold that trade for longer period also.
Well, we're gonna wait for the alert to go off. This is really nice. Push down.
That was an entry miss, you can say.
Yeah.
A lot of liquidity here, then taken out liquidity by this candle, and then we simply targeting the opposite side of area like this one.
Yeah.
This high.
What I like on this setup as well, like even if you just wanted to slow it down on the hour, with this candle, anything breaking the high of here, there's only one place for this volume to go. Once we're retesting all this little area of support, inverted hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like a nice, strong, healthy, bullish candle with no top wick, which is leading to like that's. I've been noticing that's a lot of volume when there's in indices. Treats a little bit different to currencies when you've got no top wick, and price pushed down, not quite filled the whole body, but enough to create this wick, and then next one breaking the top of their red candle that was inside this wick on the lower time frame. Then you just take that volume to the clean candles. And because like it's indices, Asian session doesn't give you like currencies where they all the bodies will match up.
And we also have a gap, I think, here. Some gap.
Yeah, that's the 10 to it's in the Asian session we get a lot of these little gaps.
I think.
Oh, hold on a second. I'm just go. Talk to bank sales. I've got to open the door for someone.
Okay. Can you zoom it here, just? Okay. Now, on 30 minute, on 15 minute, we still have a doji remaining. So if price want to push to the upside, price has to take on at that doji and then again start pushing to the upside. So on 15 minute, if price taken out that doji, then it's easier for a price to push to the upside. If you look at the previous.
Alright.
Yeah, if you just look at the 15 minute. 15 minute we have a kind of doji when you can say. So if price taken out this low here and then start pushing to the upside. So it's easier for price to push to the upside because then we don't have anything left on the 15 minute also. Because FU candle doji low was taken out again, same kind of pattern.
Using 1 minute is a gap.
Oh, sorry, Dan. Oh, sorry, Dan. Sorry. Go ahead. I was rubbing out my stuff. I rubbed out yours.
Yeah. Just go 1 minute, 1 second. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe what you are talking aside. This right? This whole gap. These are clean fire value gap.
Okay. Yeah, saying about after below this area we have a clean candle here.
Yeah.
So you're talking about that. Yeah, we have a. But what I'm thinking, it's just inducing people to look for sells from that area. I'm not saying price. We have to take entry right away when price is dipping into that area. You can just simply wait for price to dip into that area, like this FUG or even this one,
Yeah.
just a small dip, immediately got rejected, and then you can just simply wait for candle formation in your direction.
Yeah, exactly. Look for the same, just to have clear understanding. Also
By the
here
way,
in the top, we already retest this doji.
Which one?
This one.
This doji, Jeremy?
No. In the top, we already retest this doji.
Okay.
Almost is the half. So looks like it's coming to this area that we are talking, somewhere inside of this area, to take more liquidity and what you say, induce orders, induce sellers, and then take our liquidity, and maybe we have a move to the upside down.
Now again, the same kind of example. We are rejecting from the 4-hour area. So this is a 1 minute or the 5-minute area here, somewhere here. So it can give you some kind of reaction, but it does not mean we will be going to shift the structure all the way to the downside. So that, I mean, it can happen, but most of the time what happens if the price is rejecting from the higher time frame. Let's say this was a support area. Shaz, can you hear me clearly?
No, I was talking to, I asked him something.
Oh, okay. So now if we are rejecting from the higher time frame area, like this is a 4-hour area where price got rejected, 4-hour FU. Obviously this 1 minute FU, it can give you some kind of reaction, but most of the time might happen after getting the reaction, I just pushing to the downside and again start pushing to the upside.
Yeah.
It's just we are just waiting to see how price is going to react to that area.
Yeah.
We are not taking it right away.
Yeah. That also say that he don't like in the chat. We don't like the buys, but also we are in the last.
Yeah, Dar's looking at the 15 minute.
Last 15 minutes of the 4-hour. So we can have in the last 10 maybe a lot of liquidity volume.
Yeah, if this is pushing up, because we've got doji here, and this one's taking the top. Now, if we're wicking up and we're stuck in this like range with this heavy bearish pressure, it's easy for us to break this low, take this doji, and we'd have to really watch what happens inside of this little space under 1835. If it's rejecting again, then we could be mitigating this one. But if we could just now, given the time, we could just get stuck in this little range.
Yeah. By the way, we have 39 people here and only I think 12 likes on the stream.
Give us a thumbs up, people.
Yeah.
Also, something to be in the last part of the 4 hours is price. These candles can induce sellers, pick up liquidity, and then we have in the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes the move up to the 40 at least, and close the 4-hourly, and then the next new 4-hour coming down to take liquidity and maybe move around.
Let's try this. 5, 15, 30, 4 hour.
Maybe just remove that flower. We cannot see the candles.
Yeah, what can I do? I did on all of them. I'll keep the hanging flower. No, I'll get rid of the hanging flower as well. No, not Bond, Shaz. This is another game. Only thing I don't like about having 4 charts like this is if you click on one of these things on the higher time frame, it messes all these other ones up. You can see how bearish everything is here. 30 minutes though, creating like this nice little consolidation. if this, what I've seen here, if this gives a longer lower wick and then breaking this high, then we've got clean range to fill. So I'm happy to hold these buys from here, but I would be a little bit hesitant adding to my position right now. I mean, it's probably the safer thing is to be looking for buys and sells right now, given how far we have dropped. But it is a little bit like, if you enter buys, if you haven't got buys from down here and you're looking to take buys from in this middle section, then, or if you have got buys here and you're looking to add to your position, the positions that you're entering like here or potentially here to go up are the ones you close first before this one down here. You can scale out of this one if you want to lock in some profits, but the ones that you enter, like if this is the entries that were closest to the major support that had been formed, then any of these other entries, the further we get away from this area, the more likely it is to have that retracement. So the later positions are the ones you exit first. What's it called? What's that? What is that? It's not FIFO. FIFO is first in, first out. Philo. No. Last in, first out. LIFO. LIFO trades when you scale in. Last in, first out. Oh, yeah, Shaz, that was 5v7 was a huge game. The original one, back in like, when did it come out? 97 or something like that. Took me, I think, like 100 hours to finish at school. But then they got the new one that's come out. I never played it, but the new one apparently is like way bigger. I didn't think I could do that. Too old these days, haven't got time. wish we had time when we were kids again.
Yeah.
So I'm like envious of kids that are starting to trade now in like 16, 17, 18-year-old. Time they're mid-20s. You know, they've got a lot of experience in trading, especially if they started the trading in the last 3-4 years. Because you've seen so many different market conditions.
For more of that, for most of them are like a game, you know, like a playing,
it's a game,
like
yeah.
A game, and they don't have emotions. For example, for me, I started quite early, you know, since I was 12, 13 years old. I was interested in that, you know, and soon I got internet in my place. Was around 16, I started to look it, but you know, in that time, we are talking like 10, 12 years, no, even more, like 15 years ago. In that time, didn't be too much information in Spanish about trading and everything. Just what was there was all full bullshit.
Yeah.
Already it's a lot of information, so it's easy to learn a good strategy and just to training it.
Yeah, 100%.
Also for me, I didn't, until 2016, I didn't know anything about backtesting. It's not just looking charts and trading with demo accounts and like that. And this is the way that I learned it, you know?
Yeah.
After 2016 is when I know the tools of backtesting and everything, and I started with that.
Yeah, I never knew, I knew about backtesting, but no one knew how to show me properly. And it was like, it was near impossible to actually objectively do a backtest properly. Yeah, that simulator's good, because it really does, like, you can have, it's so easy to look back at charts, the history, and you're thinking, yeah, the trade there, trade there, trade there. But until you actually, it's not about identifying the trade necessarily, it's about identifying your actions when you are taking that trade.
Yeah.
you have the best plan, but your execution could suck.
Yeah, that can help. What I did in the last like 6 months is every day that I write the date, my feelings.
Yeah.
I write just my feeling. I feel anxiety because that or not that. I feel exhausted about that or that or that. I feel, happy today. I control my emotion during trading. And, after a period, you start to recognize when you are, you start to recognize your emotions and you can have better control about it.
Have you tried any of that Mental Game of Trading, Jared Tendler book?
Yeah, I listening like audiobook. I didn't read, but I listening like audiobook.
I heard an interview with him, and he pretty good mapping out like the patterns before you make these emotional decisions on trading, and like how you might think you're in a calm state of mind, but then one decision can lead to another decision, and then once you start getting emotional, that emotional part of your brain shuts down your logical part of your brain, and now you're just acting on emotion. You're not even thinking about where you are, and now you're what's he call it? You're on tilt. It's like when you smash the pinball machine, and it's like the whole thing just freezes, locks up on you. Do you remember those? Because if you're trying to lift it.
Yeah, I understand.
So not at the zone yet, but we are definitely breaking this area. Little double bottom, breaking down. So we're going to do like a fake out here, or it's not.
Last 5 minutes. I think it's gonna be quite much to coming down to 33.50.
Yeah, this chart
or something like that, and then go back. I think will be
this chart on German 40 has got another hour and 5. But I hear what you're saying.
How much is the daily move on German 40?
Like gold. It's like gold.
Okay, nice.
Oh, not as many pips, but the volatility is similar.
Quite the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this move from down here, down the bottom, to up here, is 116 pips.
150p in London time.
From like this is the from Euro Open basically to now. Can I do?
That's quite nice.
Can I do? What's the thing that's daily range, isn't it? Asian range.
There are a tool that you can measure by pips.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the Asian range.
Let's see if I find it.
There we go. Asian range. ADR for German 40, 181 pips. And then, so it's not quite as gold. Gold's much more. Gold's like close to 250, 300.
Yeah. Between 100 to 200 is quite nice.
Oh yeah, definitely. German 40 is like gold in the sense that it's got that double-sided volatility. That even if you're married to one particular bias, a lot of the time, if you get the right price action confirms, you can get a trade even if it's counter to the actual move.
Yeah.
So if this candle, no sells. So if this, Dar said something pretty important yesterday that I do happen to forget when I'm doing streaming, because I do get a little bit distracted here. But it's, if you miss the move on the lower time frame, like what I'm trying to catch here for like risk reward and keeping risk low and showing you guys a bit about like how we can scalp effectively. If you miss this move, there's nothing wrong with taking these higher time frame entries, just like what you said, what Raja did, and you see the way he compounded his accounts. So I've never seen anyone compound accounts transparently like he has, and that's just by going on the 30-minute time frame, looking for 30 pips roughly, and managing your risk.
Yeah.
So like if this, like I don't like the way this is moving, but say got question marks about whether this was a breaker structure, and then if price comes up, I wouldn't want to put my face in front of that right now, because that could be very easily just keep on going up to our ZOI up the top. ZOI as in zone of interest. But if we start pushing down and then we start thinking in hindsight, oh yeah, that would have been a sell there, and another sell there, another sell there, then flicked up to your higher time frame, 15, 30, and now we've got clean candles here, and then if we have like a bearish candle, and then we start wicking up, start breaking the low of that bearish candle, we've got enough range to even
move down at least to 15,380 or
yeah. I mean,
400.
Raj would say that's his support. Then you would say resistance has been created somewhere up here, like here or here, and then he would just measure his range, and you would say
sell below here.
Yep,
safe,
60 pip range, so we can at least get half of that. 30 pips is enough range for a move down.
Yeah.
You just need volume. That's the missing ingredient, and we don't always have volume.
Yeah.
But German 40 is a bit different. German 40 we do get volume. Ivan was saying as well, we've got news in 30 seconds. Oh, yellow folder. But it's Euro specific. So we could see a little bit of movement, not on gold, but we could see a little bit of movement on German 40. Let's have a look, just see what's on the 1 minutes. And this comes out in 12 seconds.
Yeah, for me at least I follow the whole time frames, but I look in the low time frames just to know where can the price stop and to see if a good entry where I am looking in the low time frame, even if higher time frames tell me more, you know. Already we have see the move on gold from the 32 to the 37. We was expecting going to the 40 at least, but you see, didn't go. And if we are waiting for a move, we are missing at least 3 trades of 20, 30 pips.
Yeah.
In that range. So it's all depends, you know. Yeah, and also it's easy to see after the move, to what you say, to know where the entry was good and everything, but
yeah. The gold's coming back down again. So got another little hanging flower there.
4 hours is already closed, I think. Yeah, 4 hours already closed. So
4 hours closed. So easy wick fill.
Yeah, inside of the ranks, at least to that 1 minute doji that is to the left, around 33, and then maybe push up.
So we had a few little rejections here. It'd be nice to clear these, or at least close above this area. New 4 hour candle would come in play. Come on. When German wants to go, it can just push with no wick. So we filled that little range on the 1 minute now. Or more than 1, 3 and 5 minutes. Thoughts on Euro Aussie? Let's open that chart up. Aussie's looking weak. Well, when I looked at it, it was looking really weak. A clean range to fill. Man, it's just been... We haven't had a single lower... Oh no, we have. But since market open, down here, it's just... just higher lows all the way up until an hour ago. That's a big move as well. That's 200 pips. No, sorry, 177 pips. Rob, I was going to ask Rob what your thoughts were. Should have been in down the bottom. Yeah. After this 4-hour candle, 100%. That's your move. So liquidity candle. Yeah, this one. Price forming a support here. Clean, and they've got this range. So forming a fake out, close back above into that range. Little wick down, breaking this high, and you've got this clean area to push. Close above the monthly level. So now if we're pushing up all this way, closing above these levels, which have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rejections already, now is what, like actually I was saying, it's like it's not going to hold. So now it goes up to the next one. Now we're in this new zone again. So it's taken a flight from this country to this country, refueled, change of planes, now we're into this country. So we've got this area, this would be probably like a higher time frame order block. So we'll look at it on the daily. Oh no, it's like a, not really an order block, but it's like a, this doji is going to be treated as like a little range. So yeah, nice move. Very nice move.
I did that fib thing that you showed us on the price action webinar.
Yeah.
On the candle fill, the H4 candle fill.
Oh yeah,
because this morning it had like the rounding bottom coming off New York session, and I got in on the second.
Which candle did you do it on this one?
Yeah, like the end of the H4.
This one?
No. Go back. So once it closed above, next candle to the left, the one with the wick.
Can you draw on my chart?
Left. Oh, sorry, I can. About here. Once it was breaking here.
Right. She looked inside. What time frame did you go down to?
To here. I went down to, I think I went down to like the 15-minute, 30-minute. And
so you're looking at this rounding bottom?
Yeah, and that first clean candle, that one. And once it broke there, got in there.
Oh, beautiful. Good job. Yeah.
And I thought it was too late because then it started to pull back. So I bailed.
Oh, no.
And then I got in on the next week. I got in on the next week down. I think it was that one.
Okay.
I held my bias.
Yeah, good.
It's like, no, it's going to do it.
Yeah.
It's a rounding bottom. It's going to fill this.
I would have had a lot more confidence on this trade when this candle here, as soon as that one closed on the 4-hour, would have given me a lot more confidence.
Yeah.
Then
Okay, cool. Because that's what gave me confidence.
Yeah, not saying you should wait for that,
because
but
it created that support.
Yeah, it just meant that 4-hour candle was closing really nice.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to necessarily wait for that 4-hour candle to close, but I'll be watching to see how the 4-hour candle closes very closely, and then after that one closed, that would give me a lot of confidence that you can see, like in this area, in this whole zone, once you've had a bullish candle close, how often is it followed by a second? So
yeah, okay, because that wick did give me to the left. Yeah, that one. I was nervous about that.
Yeah, this is the only one.
Where you're.
This is the only one that never, like this one 4-hour candle closed bullish, and it still made upside, but the next 4-hour candle didn't close bullish. But all the others have. So the probability of, if you get a 4-hour candle closing bullish, especially higher than the previous one, then the chances are of a second candle being bullish pretty high.
Yeah.
And I was thinking,
I took it on the 30-minute closing, like filling the wick and the 30-minute closing, which was.
The other thing I was thinking about, but
that did make me nervous. Oh, sorry, that one there.
I was thinking about Euro Aussie and Pound Aussie. I was thinking, even in the last week, I was like, oh, maybe I should be thinking about transferring some money across, because I thought it was pretty cheap. Pretty cheap as in, like, you know, last time I transferred some money across, I think it was up in this area.
Oh, that was before Christmas when you came over, yeah?
No, this was late. No, I had to buy something. We paid for some snow trips and my flights and all that kind of stuff. So, because we got a ski trip in April, and we're just doing like an all-inclusive. It's all-inclusive for everything, and it was expensive up front, but then when you break down all the costs for hires, lift passes, hotel, all that kind of stuff, the all-inclusive are far more affordable than if you, like, I did it last year, went to France, and then we just did the hotel, then we got like a kitchen, so we just bought food, then we got some drinks after, like for like aprés, and then we got some ski passes, and we did all these other things, and when you actually total all the costs together, I was like, man, this cost a bucket. And then when we saw this all-inclusive 5-star place with food, with drinks, with they had discount on the ski hire if you go through them, and I've got most of my stuff, but I don't like carting my snowboard and all that on the plane because it's just a waste. And then there's lessons included, so like I thought maybe I'll try skiing, because I know how to snowboard, but skiing I'm not that good at, so I could use the lessons for skiing. I can have the hire there, and when you put all the costs together, I was like, it's actually cheaper to do it this way. Way cheaper.
Yeah.
And longer.
It's the same for us to go to Queenstown. It's cheaper, flights, accommodation, everything, ski passes than it is to
Australia's expensive,
ski here.
And you get the ski
Yeah,
ice.
it's ridiculous. Yeah. This would have been tempting, German 40 underneath this low, but I don't like how these two candles is still like a very bullish hour candle. And I don't like it wasn't quite my zone of interest. I mean, there is a little order block here, to be honest, but I'd rather push up a little bit higher. But on the 30 minutes under that low with clean candle, then that would have been okay. But I don't like how it pretty much broke in the first 2 minutes, I think. So that would have made me a little bit. I don't like that kind of entry if it's in the first couple of minutes. Yeah, that's the downside about skiing. It's cold. I like you're not cold when you're actually doing stuff, but then when you go home and want to go out, then you've got to like rug up, which sucks.
Yeah, have it.
And then everywhere's so hot inside, so then you got to take.
Then you got to take your jackets off. Yeah, find somewhere to put the jacket. You drop your scarf on the ground. Someone spilled a drink on the ground. Scarf's in the drink.
Gross. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Good. If you look at the 15-minute now, so again, this was the FU candle, doji candle low was taken out by this candle, and this candle is again closed like a attempted FU candle, you can say, and this candle retested to that candle, the 50%, and we are pushing to the upside. Once we leave this area, it's easier to price to push to the upside then, and probably we will start pushing. At least you can say that 4-hour pullback into that area, and then again we can start pushing to the downside.
Yeah, I'd love to see this closed like this.
And if you look at the 1 minute now, the 1 minute remaining go to the left side, just a little bit left. Okay, now if you look at this was a fair value gap remaining previously, this one, it already got retested, so nothing is remaining on the left side now. Even when price was, this was, you can say, hanging floor, but this is kind of retest to that area, and we are just pushing right now. Obviously we will leave something liquidity behind, because even this hanging flower, you can say, because after pushing to the upside, we are going to come back to that area to take out that remaining liquidity to the downside. When
so you're fine at not completing the imbalance, just going into it a little bit.
Yeah, so like you can say
you need that piece to add to it.
Yeah, you can say price pushing to the upside, we broke the structure. Now this is the important area, the FUG remaining. So price dip into that area, immediately we got reaction. So price, it's like a price doesn't want to be, this is a lava, you can say, price just don't want to be part of that. Just again, it's immediately got rejected, and we are still pushing to the upside. So this is a critical area, you can say. This was the previous rejection area, this FU candle.
Yeah,
but we already got retested here also. Now this is not going to hold. We will start pushing to the upside now. And it's just creating liquidity for the when price is going to coming back. Creating liquidity. All this is a liquidity, you can say. Living when price is pushing to the upside, and when price is coming down, it's going to take out all the liquidity. This. By the way, that euro odd, it was a beautiful trade. Whoever Danny got, I think.
Yeah.
When we on 4-hour, I saw that chart after we 4-hour FU candle able to broke the structure on that one.
Yeah, I'll go to it. The picture perfect, that one.
Yeah, this one. This was the FU candle which broke the structure. After breaking structure, we just created liquidity here again. And then we taken out the liquidity from one side of area, also retested with that FU candle. And then after we start, now it can simply start pushing to the upside. Obviously, this was some kind of news, but it just matches with the price action. Because after this candle, a lot of people are going to think that we are going to the downside, because this is like
what's happening?
Candle.
Go ahead, actually.
Okay, so this was a candle. A lot of people thinking that we are pushing to the downside because we got a huge rejection from the upside. So after that, people taken out this thing, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to take entry right away here when we broke the low, because this was the low of that range, you can say, on this range.
So a lot of people
I usually love those candles, Akshay, because they usually do fill like you get the bearish, then you get the wick candle, and then it's usually, it fills straight away. But that wick that Hayden's drawn his structure off, that scared me because then it followed by a bearish candle, and I thought it was going to pull back down even more.
Yeah, but you have to look at the overall higher time frame. What's happened on the left side? So even if this was like a overall structure is like a price pushing into structure upside when price was breaking the previous lower high like this, and then price is coming back creating liquidity like this, inducing people to take either one side of liquidity. When price taken out one side of liquidity like this, then it just start to going to push to the upside. It can even break this high also now, you can say. So this was like a better and better setup, you can say. Price breaking the structure, creating a new high, then price coming back, creating
this is perfect.
Liquidity, and then one side of liquidity taken out, and then we will start pushing to the upside, and this will be like an impulsive move.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. That's one of those common patterns you see. What actually drew?
A lot with Euro Aussie too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this concept is really useful if you are just looking at the higher time frame also. Like, you don't have to worry that much. Just take entry on one trade and just forget about. Just wait for the either push one direction, and then simply just, you don't have to even move your stop loss. You can just let it run. 4 hour is a big time frame, so you it's not like immediately one candle going to move all the way to the downside in one.
I wasn't confident to hold. I still took profit as I went, but yeah, I got to get better at holding.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to visualize. It's hard to visualize. It's going to be up here, especially when you're like trying to get some profits and ahead for the month. It's hard to visualize that we're going to be up in this range because you see this. You see every one of these things as an obstacle.
Yeah, but whenever this kind of consolidation happen and one side of price fake out happen, usually price just going to opposite direction, like a liquidity area, you can say.
Yeah.
So, and you can find it on all the pairs, not just a euro odd. You can find it on the every pair, you can say, even on the indices also.
Yeah.
Thanks, Akshay.
German FUD is not doing anything, just still there. Maybe it can. We can get some entry in the NY session. I don't think we have any news today.
We've got retail sales.
Oh, okay. Okay, they are expecting 2%.
Are they? 2%? I thought it was less than yesterday. Did they revise it? No, yeah, no, 0.9. Oh no, sorry, I look at core. Yeah, I see what you. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at this one. I had that number in my head.
Yeah, but it was a huge difference from minus 1.1 to 2%.
Yeah, I mean, if this number comes out negative, we're going to see gold go up. Because if people are spending less, then that means, because at the moment, the back of that news with inflation going higher, then it's changing what they're saying. The market was delusional before, and they were sure the Fed were going to pivot or cut rates by the end of the year, and they were actually pricing in 4.75% as the Fed terminal rate. And then now that delusion is starting to disappear or wane a little bit, and now they're saying, okay, maybe it's going to be somewhere between 5 and 5.5. Now, if retail sales comes out bad, then it's going to be like a scale, you know, one of those.
But if you look at the all the previous data, just for the retail sale, if you click on that folder, It's a huge difference, and just
Yeah.
look at the previous forecast. It was, and the number came quite close to that.
Yeah.
But today's forecasting, they are 1.9, and the previous one was 1 minus 1.1. It's a huge
It's a
difference.
big turnaround.
Yeah. So
Big flip. Yeah. So if
yeah.
it comes out negative, then it's going to say that we're closer to the terminal rate. Like they're saying that we're still far away from the terminal rate in the US, still like 1% roughly away from top of the federal terminal rate. And if these numbers come out bad, it's going to push that probability back to the left a little bit to a bit of a lower rate. So that could lead gold to having a bit of a rally.
Yeah, based upon this, I'm sure even if the number came even 1%, 1% or 1.5%, it's still worse than what they forecasted. So it can easily comes around 1%, 1.5%. Still, it's a bad for the, you can say, based upon that forecast.
Yeah, I think if it's still a positive number, they're going to treat that as inflationary. I think this kind of needs to be a negative number for gold to go up significantly. But the thing is that I'm struggling to get my head around was yesterday. This CPI is that when we actually break it, if we actually break it down, where did the numbers come from? Like where was it inflationary, right? And a lot of it was to do with gas, energy. This is why when you take away, if you go back to here, when you look at core CPI, this is minus food and energy. So the inflation was a little bit higher month on month, but pretty much as forecast. It wasn't a big difference year on year. And the other one was shelter here. So this actually makes up most of the money spent, like what people spend on electricity, what people spend on gasoline and food, etc. Like for me here, like I would pay my groceries. Let's say for example, my groceries are £100 a month. A week. Then so times 4 roughly. Let's say that's £400 of food. Then you've got electricity. Electricity is crazy over here, so that's that's roughly nearly £250 a month, at least if I'm good. Now, rent £1,200. So if my shelter, my rent's going up, then I'm spending more on my actual shelter than I do spend on all these other little things. And if I'm spending all my money on rent, I'm going to have less money to spend retail, right?
Yeah.
So, and what happens at the start of every year? We know in the course of a year. I mean, I'm no expert for the US, but if this is January, this is December, and I'm a landlord, it makes sense to raise raise rents in January. For the next like 6 months, depending on when they moved in. But I'm sure that landlords will be feeling the pinch and they're going to want to increase their rent. So people are going to be spending more on their rent in the start of the year as well. And we know, like from history says, the first 6 months of the year is generally higher inflation than the second 6 months of the year. So if all these people are spending, inflation's gone up. Inflation has gone up because people are spending more when you actually include everything. When you take out food and energy, it hasn't really gone up that much, but you include everything and your rent's gone up, which is going to increase your spending. So that's going to lead to inflation. But all these things that people are spending their money on, like rent and food and fuel, just to get around, you're probably going to have less disposable income to spend on retail. So this is why I'm really interested to see what this number comes out as, because if people are spending less, they're spending more money, they're living paycheck to paycheck or on their credit card, because credit card debt is going higher, then you got less to spend on clothes, disposables. So I'm really interested to see why is there such a big number than the previous month. I know the previous month is usually a decline because after Christmas and holidays, people generally have spent all their money in December. So they don't have as much. So it usually does go down in January. But then do people start spending a lot more in retail in February? Well, I know it's a little bit lagging. So, but that's a big swing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Given how, you know, when did we last have over 1%? Back in like a year ago. Maybe it's. Oh, okay. No, I did actually hear about something like that. That they base these numbers on historical averages. So April 28. This is after lockdowns. People start going crazy.
9.8.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that things are so expensive and they're still forecasting quite strong numbers. So I mean, I could be wrong. Let's see. No, no, they're not for Feb. They're for January. They're lagging.
No, I'm talking about this number is the forecasted is they expecting 1.9.
Yeah.
If the number came even less than that, it's still bad, correct?
Well, it's not as good as they think. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Anything positive is technically good.
But if they are expecting this much high price, it can come easily less than this one because previous one was a minus 1.1.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, but so, if we
manipulation, you can say the manipulation can happen based upon this, and then the actual move can happen after that. I mean, I'm talking about this number came less than the actual one. It came less than 2%. It's let's say 1%. It came. The first move can be a manipulation, and then the actual move can happen after that because people are expecting. They are expecting 1.9.
Yeah, because as soon as they give these forecast numbers, it's like forward guidance. So they're pricing in that number to a degree. Yeah. But so say it comes out positive, but 1.5%. To me, I'd say that's a win.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's still meaning that's still higher than a lot of those other numbers. Anything over 1 is still higher than a lot, the majority of these numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So if it actually is still going to go up and spend more, given that there's so much chatter about how expensive everything is, then I'll be surprised to see quite a little significant little push to come down. But there's so many little variables in there. It would be really interesting to see. But yeah, if they're pricing in 1.9 and it comes in less than forecast, then you would expect that to also be negative for USD.
No, I'm just saying that if the number came less than the 1.9, the first move can be a manipulation, and then the actual move can still be what they are expecting. Yeah.
Usually you get that little manipulation liquidity grab
because the number are still good above 1. I mean the positive number is still good, but if they are forecasting more than 2%, it was I think big number compared to the last one.
Yeah, just for the stream as well, because people can't see the chat. Marion was saying it's a good point, when you're looking at spending for Christmas and all that, a lot of people buy stuff in November for Christmas. Alrighty, so I've got a call coming in, so just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Oh, listening, so tell me what you want to, if you wanted me to change the chart, but I'm just going to chat on the phone.
Okay, no problem. I think today we have a new, that's why price is just ranging in the London session. The move already happened in the Asian session, so that's why we are just ranging on the gold. Nothing is happening, still there. M1. Let's see which imbalance you are talking about. We already filled all the imbalance on the 1 minute. If you look at carefully, this imbalance is filled by this one. We don't have any imbalance remaining. This imbalance was filled by this thing. So nothing is remain on the 1 minute at least imbalance. You can say we have a still one hanging flower remaining here. The price can come back to the news time to the downside area. But for right now, I'm not seeing anything. Maybe here also, this hanging flower, you can say small imbalance, then price can push to the upside. Let's say this was the imbalance here. It is not necessary price has to go all the way to the downside. This thing is more than enough to take out all the imbalance.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah, so it is not necessary price has to come all the way to the downside like till here to take out the imbalance. Imbalance means it's the candle where price moves really fast and the buyers did not get enough better price. So price may come back to fill that imbalance. So can be a tap. That's more than enough. Let's say this was imbalance full. So even one tap is more than enough to fill the imbalance. You can say this tap.
So then how would you know, as an example, if you wanted to take a buy, where would you put it on that candle?
Yeah, so let's say the order block was from here. This was a full order block, not just this candle. So this is a whole order block. After this order block, we pushed to the upside and we broke the structure. So after breaking structure, we created a small range, or just like you can say liquidity here. This was a liquidity generated. A lot of people who are going to take a buy sells when price was pushing to the downside just below here. And what price did? It just came back to that imbalance. Even this one or this one, bottom side one, is just going to tap into that area. And you just have to look at the lower time frame, how the price is going to react into that imbalance. You can even take a buys right away also when the price dipping into that area, keeping your stop loss here just below that current candle low. You don't have to keep here also, just keeping here is more than enough, because if the price is going to break that low, it's just going to drop.
Okay.
So keeping entry here, and your first target should be the previous high was created. Let's say this high or this high, whichever you are comfortable with, because you can easily get 1:2, 1:3, keeping your stop loss here. So it's almost like if your entry is 1834, you can put your stop loss at 1833, and you can go all the way to the 1837 or 1838. But going with the higher time frame is more important. Your bias should be correct. If your bias is wrong, you're just trying to take the buy here where the actual move is to the downside. So your bias should be correct. Otherwise, you're just trying to take a falling knife without any, because price may be coming from the higher time frame order block from the upside in this area. So you have to look at all the time frames where the price is coming from. Yeah. The price is coming from the why, because this bottom side is a 4-hour FU area. That's why we are looking for buys, and we are expecting this lower time frame. This is just going to give you some kind of reaction, but eventually it's going to break once the market once the volume comes in the market. This is just a ranging because we are the news going to come in the NY session. So London may just range, and after the news came, it can sweep up all this liquidity, and then actual move can happen to the upside, or it can simply start pushing to the upside, taken out the liquidity from the upside, and then simply drop from the upside. It depends upon the where we are, and after the 4-hour close where we are right now. You can just wait as a, let's say my bias today was bullish from this area, so I'm not going to take any entry in between in this area. I'm just simply just going to wait for price to come back into my area like a snake in the grass, you can say, just waiting to come back to your area or in the grass to take the buy if the candle formation in your direction. Because if it's just a point of interest, you should not be considered taking it right away on that area. You're just waiting to see how price forming, why price is slow down in that area, like Dar said. This was a big move happen, but why price is not still not continuing to the downside? Maybe something in this area. So that's a 4 hour area you can on the left side. That's why price is slowing down, and this may be just a retracement for that 4 hour. The actual move is still bearish.
True.
And you should be able
to have off. So see you later in 2 hours, more or less.
Yeah, man. See you, man. See you.
Yeah, see you.
Akshay?
Yeah?
Is this something like 50% or something like that? This one here?
50%.
Of something?
Let me check it on my chart. 1 second.
Yeah, please.
No, I cannot say anything. Maybe if you draw the fib from bottom to top, you will see some 61.8%. But I
but
usually
why did this go up?
Oh, okay. So you're talking about if you look at this this area on the left side, we have this fair value gap remaining. That's why price was just tap into that fair value gap, got rejected right away.
Okay.
So there was imbalance on 1 minute chart.
Yeah, this is the 1 minute here.
Yeah,
1 minute
fair value gap. No lower wick, and price.
Correct. Until that, until this particular price, it should have come down, but it did not come until that.
Just it was targeting imbalance. That's all.
Yeah. So it is not necessary, but that's I'm trying to say. It is not necessary price has to go all the way to the downside of the imbalance. It can just simply just one tap is more than enough to react from that area or reject from that area.
There is no fair value gap in this area. There is no fair value gap in this area. Price went up, broke this high, came down. This all fair value gap got filled. Price pushed up, again came for liquidity. Price went up. This one was imbalance candle on 1 minute chart, no lower wick. Price came for this imbalance to fill, and check this 1 minute candle 50%, and from there price went up. And this one, when you break down this 1 minute candle, this 1 minute bullish candle, this one, price tapped this 50% area. After that it pushed up. Why it pushed up 50% area? Because when you divide this 1 minute candle in 30 seconds, you will get a fair value gap, or you will get imbalance on 30 seconds. That is why price came back to take out all those imbalances and fair value gap. After that, price pushed up.
For that, you have to look at the 30-second chart. So I don't have a 30-second chart.
Yeah, what you need to, when you will see this move a lot of time, like why this big bullish 1 minute candle formed, why this big 1 minute candle formed, and what is inside. You mark this as a 50% area. Price will tap this 50% area. When you will see these big 1 minute candles, you will understand that how fast it is going up. If it is going up very fast, that means it is leaving fair value gap and imbalance on 30 seconds. You need to look at when these candles are forming. You need to look at these very carefully, how candles are pushing up. fast or slow, then you will understand that price will come to this 50% area. After that, it can push up. Now there is no fair value gap or imbalance in this area. There was fair value gap and imbalance in this area. Price tapped this area. After that, it again pushed up.
Akshay brother.
Yeah.
One question, Akshay brother. Akshay brother, the reaction on this imbalance fair value gap is happened here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but still there is one doji is there which is not picked at as of now. Even
Which one?
even after this reaction, still this area is important to me.
Which area?
This.
Okay. You're talking about that doji. Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously it's going to lose something because price want to come back to that area after we are pushing to the upside. We are going to come back from the upside again. So you can say this is a target for you after taking sales from the upside.
Okay.
Obviously, this is remaining, so you can say price pushing to the upside, and then when price is dropping from the upside, it can come back to that doji. Or we have a news today, so news can just push downside first, taken out that doji. I mean that doji, also this hanging flower, and then we can again start pushing to the upside.
There is also one imbalance at 1841.68 on 1 minute chart. One more imbalance is there on 1 minute, 1844.72. Upside.
I cannot do anything here. This is not my chart.
So now, brother, the areas that you are telling, the 1841 and 1842, right? Is it, if you go little bit upper on this price, that is not the order block?
I take out your notes where you have written about order blocks. Read that notes.
Okay. But you take the is break the structure, after that fair value gap is also there, break of structure is also there.
Yeah. So you got the answer.
Yes. Thank you, brother.
Now wait for price to reach that level and look for some sort of reaction.
When teacher is there, so students always want to discuss something, even they know something, right? So that
that is why I told you to take out your notebook.
Thank you. My notebook is in front of me. Now I am making my notes on Excel sheet, so I read it.
Yes.
And what I am thinking, one more thing, there is one more thing in my mind. It can take out like a pre-NY session can take out London low, and after that price can push up. That also we need to keep in mind. Pre-NY can take out this low, and after that it can go up a little bit more to 1 minute imbalance area. Ijaz bhai, I did remove your drawing, bro.
Yes, bro. Sorry.
Remove your drawing.
Okay. Sorry. I will.
Sorry, बोलने का क्या जरूरत है?
Take it. No, this is not mine now. This is, I think, Akshay.
No.
किसका है भाई ये? मेरा तो नहीं है.
I think Terry. Maybe try to remove the drawing. Maybe it's your. Or maybe Amar.
So who took sales from the top?
No, that was not mine.
Oh,
That took short. Where is them?
That's what I was gonna say now. That means you took shorts. Duh.
Why you guys would stick to one bias that we are going to the upside? Huh?
I was not stick to the bias that it will go upside.
I'm asking others. Why?
I'm not trading gold.
So now everyone is running from the question.
First question is from me. From here, this is Dark Brother. Understand. Thank you.
Imbalance candle. This one also.
Price is rejecting from this area and you are looking, this is taken, now it should move to the upside. This imbalance is taken, move to the upside. This imbalance is taking, move to the upside. We are getting rejection from the same area again and again, again and again, again and again. Look for short. This is attempted effort. Took this out. Now after taking this out, price Akshay said price should move to the downside. Why?
No, well, I never said about the downside. I was only looking for buys.
I heard you said if price is closing below there, price can move to the down.
No. I'm again saying I'm just waiting to see price can come back even lower side this area also before pushing to the downside. But I'm not saying I'm going to take a sell in this area.
No, sell is gone already. But if price is retesting this low, then why price is going to the upside? These three candles retested them each other. These candles retested each other. Broke this low, retested again each other. If price is breaking this area, price is retesting this zone, maybe price can break also this area.
Yeah, it can. We can just waiting for that. We are just waiting to see either coming back to price, coming back to our area. I'm not taking any entry in between. That's my trading plan. I'm not taking any entry in between. I'm just waiting to see either price coming downside area. No. I already in the buys. I don't have to add any position. My buys is from here. I don't have to add any position.
If you see on 5 minute, we have a clean reaction. Downside, 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 downside. 30-minute indicating also. We can go to the upside, but when we are in the range, always play the range, not just stick to your buys. On the higher time frame, if you see on the 15, on 1 hour, on 30 minute, we are just rejecting from the same area again and again, which is 38. Whenever we have two ranges, my buys are from this area. My sells are from this area. I added position over here, added position over here, added position over here. No, I'm just waiting which range will play out. Either it will move to the upside, take out my break-even positions. Either it will move to the downside, take out my break-even positions. That's all. With the range. These 4 or 5 candles are moving just to the upside. These candles are moving to the upside. Why? These 4 or 5 candles are moving to the upside. Why? These candles move to the upside. Why? These candles move to the upside. Why? This one candle moved to the upside. Why? This was a drop. Why?
4 hour FU candle. That is
ये
why it
वही
went.
बात करना, वही बकचोदी कर दी ना। 4 आवर एफयू कैंडल, ये जब ऊपर जा रही है इस तरह, इसका मतलब ये है कि दोबारा नीचे आएगी। ये जब ऊपर गया है तो फिर
हाँ हाँ
नीचे
हाँ
आएगी।
हाँ 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 हाँ
ये जब ऊपर गया ये भी नीचे आई ना, ये जब ऊपर गया फिर नीचे आई ना, ये नीचे है, ये सारा ऊपर गया ना। एक ही डायरेक्शन में प्राइस जाएगी तो जाहिर सी बात है वो कुछ लेने जा रही है ऊपर। वेट करो, जिस स्पीड से ऊपर जाएगी उसी स्पीड से वापस आएगी। और अगर एफयू कैंडल ने रिएक्शन देना होता दे देती। यहाँ पे
ये भी है बात। जिस it didn't give a very strong reaction for our FU.
I was expecting with the first 4 hour candle we will get at least 100 pip move to the upside, but what do we get? Only 40 pips to the upside.
Yeah.
In range. I might go with the retailer setup, another buy if price is closing above this range. I will take another retailer buy because I have 15-minute doji to target on the upside 44.6. If price is closing above this range, above this resistance area, then I can look for a buy again to target the upside. I will not close my downside position. I will close my retailer setup buy. GJ, look at GJ.
GJ तो ड्रॉप किया बहुत भयंकर ड्रॉप।
टॉप से मिस हो गया यार। ये स्पोर्ट के नीचे लिया मैंने सर, पहले बड़ा तंग किया जीजे ने। Now closing again below this support. If this 30 closes below the support, we'll add another position. Closed below the support. I will wait for a pullback and then take another sell. We have 30-minute doji on 160.6 area. Easy target.
Let me check GJ chart on CT index.
Missed the sells from gold.
Alrighty, guys.
Can you remove the drawing?
Yep.
things before NY session, go for a walk. So again, thanks everyone being here. Thanks for your support. Good to have you guys keep it company. So we'll do this. We'll again stream to same time tomorrow.
Sure.
Everyone else, I'll see you guys soon-ish. All right.
See you.
Yeah, take care, everyone. See you tomorrow.
See you.
Thanks very much, guys.